Hello everyone, this is Pam Hempel. I want to explain something to you about MEGA. I don't know if you're familiar with the 12-step program. Bill W., one of the founders, the first ones actually, to get sober, and started trying to find other alcoholics to talk to. And he couldn't help anybody the first 6 months get sober. And he's upset, and his wife turned to him and said, "Yeah, but you're sober." And that's how I've been feeling. I haven't been able to get anybody to come to me and leave MEGA. Everybody said, "How many people have come to you and left?" None. And see, his wife did everything she could to get Bill W. to stop drinking. And she was so angry and frustrated, thinking all the love she had for him would work, and moving would work, and allowing him to stay home and drink, and she goes to work would work. Everything you can imagine she tried. And that's why Al-Anon got started. Because see, a family member really can't help a family member. We're too close. We enable them when we're not wanting to enable them. But alcoholics, it's a spiritual disease. It affects you mentally and physically, but it's only a spiritual solution to be able to get sober and stay sober. It's a day at a time. It's the same principles when you're dealing with MEGA. It's the same. You can't have them hear you when they're unwilling to listen. And they've been very unwilling, because Trump has hijacked their brain. Remember what he said? They're coming after me, but they're really coming after you. And because he was able to have them not fact check, they've lost their critical thinking. That they will never fact check anything that Trump says. He is their higher power. They're so enmeshed with him, it's disgusting. And so part of what has happened in the MEGA movement is when I started coming out and pushing back on Trump. Now remember, this wasn't of my own making. Trump made a comment saying horrible about an article that went out claiming that the DOJ was weaponized against me. They compared me to Hunter Biden, that I got more prison time than him. Trump felt sorry for me and said horrible. That's all that happened. I didn't reach out to any media. They reached out to me, and they have always reached out to me for the last 2 years. I have never called one media, and you can fact check that. Please do. I've just been open and willing to speak out and share my experience and my hope that you can leave the cult of MEGA. Well, as a result, a smear campaign started. It started 2 years ago. And what has happened recently is leaving MEGA, Rich Logus, which never had me on his show, hooked up with Noel. I have all the DMs that he sent me on X, that if you would like to read them, I'll provide them to you, saying that he respected her more than me. A lot of things. He wouldn't even give me a chance. I asked him to call me so I could explain some of the things she's sharing with you. Yeah, but she has receipts. No, she doesn't. She has half the receipts. She doesn't have the other side of the story. And there's always two sides. That would make you wonder, why is she putting that out when she don't put out the whole story? But it's enough to make you not want to talk to me, not want to platform me. And what they've been able to do, leaving MEGA, Rich Logus, had Jason Riddle on his show. And then somebody said recently that he's the only one that hasn't been out there trying to get credit for not taking the pardon. I beg your pardon. I haven't been out there trying to get any credit. I've had nothing but smear campaign after smear campaign, cancellation to speak, rejection. I make no money at all. I've had no other motive. Just to be open and willing. That's it. to speak out when media contacts me. You're the ones that said for me to get out there. Remember? A lot of you are listening. Remember that. Come on, Pam, you need to get on media. You need to tell your story. You could be very helpful to the world. Well, you know, it hasn't really been the United States that's promoted me, not me. Remember, it's not about Pam. It's about the story, that it's possible. A person like me, a far right, who hung out with Ammon Bundy and was real MAGA, could leave MAGA and have their whole thinking changed and turned around. It's because of the grace of God. It's because of the grace of God. And part of my speaking out has been just to keep continually, until I feel like I'm done, making amends for ever being there that day on January 6th. That's it. But their smear campaign has worked so well that any J6er, like Jason Riddle, that wants to hook up with me, in which we would have been a great team together, helping others, told him the lies about me, and he wants nothing to do with me. So their smear campaign is working, and you have been a part of it, making this happen, where I'm not able to hook up with other J6 defendants and help them along and getting honest with themselves and getting away from the cult of Trump. You've been a part of it. Because you have no integrity. If you have not called me, and I can't tell you one that has, to ask about the smear and the things that they are saying, and hear what I have to say about what they're putting out. Not one. Not one. However, I want you to know this is my country. This is my life. I was conned and brainwashed into believing that the election was stolen. I paid a heavy price and went to prison, who's never been in trouble her entire life, never been to jail. I had to go to a state prison where there's lifers, people with 5 or more years sentence. It wasn't a little nice camp where they're sending Epstein's girlfriend to, Maxwell. Wasn't nothing like that. It was very rough, very scary. I still have trauma from that. I still suffer. I suffer a lot. You don't know what I've been through. And you judge me. And you make your opinions about me. And you don't even know me. But I do. And I've been walking with God for a long time. And that's why I was able to leave MAGA. Just like I was able to quit drinking. Because of a higher power of my own understanding. Helped me. Woke me up. And he used people around me to help me. First, my therapist telling me, Miss Hemphill, you're not a victim of January 6th. You were a volunteer. And then listening to the Democrats and getting receipts about Trump and January 6th. Finding out the facts about January 6th. I don't need fame and money. I want this country back. I want our freedoms. I hurt every time I hear about the people, the FBI agents that are getting fired just because they had cases for January 6th. I hurt every time I see the immigrants getting arrested. It hurts. They're trying to take away teachers' unions. You name what, you know what they're doing. You hear it. You know, I don't have to keep go on a list everything. Love Parnas. You need to listen to Love Parnas about Russia and read his book. And Michael Cohen and all the other people out there, Heather Cox Richardson. They'll give you the facts about Trump. I read the book, The Dangerous Case of Trump. Why wouldn't I be speaking out? Why would I not want people to hear my story and help others? Why are you going along with this smear campaign to keep me quiet? I don't get it. I don't get you. You are MAGA if you're supporting Noel Cook, who's friends with leaving MAGA, Rich Locust, and have hooked up with Tario, the Proud Boy leader. They're all in it together, and I've got the receipts to prove it. I don't get you. I do not respect you. And I have no problem calling you out. I don't care who you are. I have nothing to lose. You got to remember that. If I get facts about anybody, I don't hide it. I share it. Because you can't sue me for it, because it's a fact. I've got your DMs. I got what you've said to me. And it's horrifying. And if I don't stand up for myself, who will do it? You? You haven't done it. But I don't need anybody. I don't need the media. I don't need the podcasters. I don't need any attention. I've got a YouTube channel. I'm on X. I say whatever the hell I want. I'm not depending on you putting me up there and showing me on a podcast or media. I don't need that. I don't depend on it. I never did. I put that comment out to Trump. I said, Trump, don't be using me for anything. I'm not a victim of January 6th. I was a volunteer. I pleaded guilty because I was guilty. That was me doing that. Nobody told me to do it. I don't need anybody to platform me. But damn if I'm going to give up because of a smear campaign. Damn if I'm going to stop speaking out about the cult of Trump. I don't care what you do. You've threatened me. You've lied about me. You've canceled me. You've threatened me. You doxed a friend of mine. You've tried to dox me. Whatever. I don't care. You're going to hear from me. And you don't have to. Just don't listen. But damn if I'm going to let MAGA win. And don't be a part of them. DM me. You want to talk to me one-to-one? I'll talk to you. I'll tell you the facts. Then make a decision. How would you feel if everybody's out there smearing you and you lose your podcast audience because of it? But because the audience wouldn't listen to your side of the story. And I've already put my side of the story out twice. Go to my YouTube channel, Pam Hemphill. I've shared and told you the other side of the story, but you're not listening, you're not paying attention. Because you want MAGA to win. Well, they're not going to win with me. They picked on the wrong mama bear. I'll tell you that. I'm 72 years old. I have nothing to lose. I'm not running for office. I'm not writing a book. I'm not trying to make a lot of money. I don't want to make any money off of January 6th. That would be dishonorable. But yet everybody I know is out there making money off January 6th. Shame on you. Anyway, I'm ranting way too long. I just want you to know ex-MAGA Granny is not going anywhere until Trump is out of office. And we have a beautiful president like Harris, someone like her, if not her. I would prefer her. I ain't going anywhere because I can't sleep knowing that Trump's in office and that he's destroying this country. I don't know about you, but I will keep speaking out. Keep up your smear campaign. Go ahead and listen to them. Cancel my speaking engagements with me. Whatever you want to do. I'll still be here and I'll still be fighting against Trump. God bless you.